Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review for tonight's fan forum with myself and my good old mucker, Billy Trey. How are you, Billy?
I'm good, yeah. Tired yesterday, but much better today.
Yeah,
I'm great.
Yeah, that was a new intro, guys. Thank you to the guys that did that. Absolutely superb. We love it. Well, you know what it is? It means we can't be copyrighted now, so we can play the longer intro. So thank you. Everybody seems to like it, Billy.
Yeah, it's a good little tune, isn't it? Just reminding me I need to get some tickets to go and see Busted. Sounds very busted-y, doesn't it?
Well, I guess so, but I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's all right.
It gives the channel an identity when we've got our own kind of music for it, Billy. So,
what people will think when they listen to us now, they'll think the first thing they'll think is busted. You busted.
They won't, Billy. Only you will, because I know you were a big Busted fan. Everybody's saying brilliant interview and never mentioned Busted. So I think really what's going to happen is tonight when the show finishes, Billy's going to go put his Busted album on Spotify and have a little bit of Busted night in the Trey household.
Or Mac Busted, as I know.
Or McBusted, yeah, whatever they're called. I can't keep up with it these days.
No.
By the way, welcome everybody to the show. We will put the link up to join us very, very shortly because, well, we do want your feelings on the transfer window. We said we'd do another fan forum afterwards just to kind of get an idea of where you're sitting with it. Was it successful? Did you find it successful? Were you disappointed with it? If so, what were you disappointed with? The Isak situation. Hang on, Von's just caught me there with you have me obsessed with this channel, and I'm not a football fan, but all of the rest of my family are. Thanks, Yvonne. Well, nice to have you. Even though you're not a football fan, we you know, it's great banter on here, as you've probably seen anyway. There's also something going around regarding Alexander Isak and his representatives threatening to take legal action, Billy. I mean, it's just never ending, this shite, isn't it? It just goes on and on and on.
I'm not sure that they want to go down that route because, I mean,
I'm not sure either.
Certain things will have to come out in court if they get to court, of course.
Yeah.
They'll probably show him to have made some illegal moves to get his move. So I don't see that happening. It may not, where the club's concerned, definitely, but I mean, it might sue whoever's, but I mean, journalists have got
but you know,
some sort of legal respite to print what they want, as long as it's true. And if they can prove it's true, then no problem there.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong here, right? I don't often stick up for Luke Edwards, but I don't think he said anything particularly wrong. All he said was there's noise that some of the players weren't happy and things like that. I mean, I didn't see, you know, a lot in it that's going to say, wow, you know, he's bang out of order there, or that's legal action right there.
I mean, I think there'll be a lot of players that weren't very happy about things. Maybe all of them, in fact. Even the ones that were seen well on his.
Well, I'm coming on to that, Billy, because I want your thoughts on that, because there's been a lot of backlash against certainly Alexander. I'll get my words out in a minute. Anthony Gordon and Sven Botman regarding what they put on social media. Now, I did a video yesterday, obviously once the statement from Isak had came out, and I said that, you know, I wasn't particularly bothered by it because, you know, friendships will stay friendships no matter what's going on. Having said that, though, I also did say that I think maybe they should read the room a little bit better and understand the hurt that Newcastle United fans feel towards Alexander Isak. And in a way, maybe they should have gone down the private route and just sent him text messages. Why put it on social media? Where do you sit on it?
Exactly that. There's something that doesn't need announcing. It's not an airport departure, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Send him a text. It doesn't have to be public, does it? Absolutely not. And they are opening themselves up to criticism. I mean, to me, it's not that bad. But I mean, certain fans who will, we saw the sign outside James Park, which didn't really put us in a great light, but that's how high fans' feelings are. We're a passionate bunch. We don't like to take any steps backwards. So, I agree with you. They should have read the room. They should have sent a text and a phone call. Good luck on your move, etc., etc. When you play us, etc., etc. That's all I've got to do.
I found it very weird. I don't mind them wishing him good luck, but maybe they should have done it in private, Billy. That for me would have been the one for just. Don't air it on social media. And they should know what social media is like. There was a lot of players, Newcastle players and ex-Newcastle players, liking his post on Instagram, liking the statement. But when Anthony Gordon comes out with words that he did, I wasn't bothered by it at first, but then when I've heard other fans and it should have just been a private text message because of the feeling towards Isak is very strong right now, and rightly so. It will be for a long time. But when we see that the current players and Jim White and Simon Jordan were talking about this morning. At first, Danny Murphy says that he didn't have a problem with it, but then when Jim White and Simon Jordan both said the same thing about why not just do it, with a text message, and he kind of agreed with them, and he said, "Yeah, good point, actually. Maybe the room should have been read a little bit better." There's
nothing good that can come of it by sending it out on social media. What good can come of it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing at all.
But I mean, these are the days of social media. When you want to send messages to people, for some reason, a lot of people want to put their messages in public to people, and just to say, "Oh, we've done it." But look, people roll out the friends, and I know Sven Botman was very close to Isak, obviously, and friendships away from football, away from all that's happened, I really don't have a problem with at all. And a lot of these players will still be friends with Isak. However, the room needs to be read better. Looking back on it and thinking, maybe. But we'll find out how you guys are feeling about it tonight. Because as usual, we'll get you on one at a time, so you can definitely have your say. And if there's anything you want to get off your chest about Isak or about the transfer window, do you feel it's successful? Get yourselves on with me and Billy. You don't need a camera. I must stipulate that you don't need to put your camera on if you don't want to. You can just treat it like a phone call and use your microphone. It really doesn't matter. So if you're a bit nervous about going on camera, you don't have to. You can just put your mic on and we can chat that way, just like we're talking on a radio show or something like that. We've got a couple of super chats in. Andy, I'll read Bonnie lads, Paul and War, Billy. What a belt and need for the charity. Hats off. Awesome. Thank you very much. David says, Paul, can I have your ticket for Barcelona at home? I'm a Mags Plus member, but the ballots are shite. Shybane's getting out. No, you can't, David, because me and Stato will be at that game, and Billy is covering the commentary. So I think you're very excited about doing that, Billy. I mean, it's a
PSG at home all over it, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely, certainly has. And our mod, I like coffee. Thanks, mate. The Daily Mail tried to fabricate a story about fans wanting AJ and Sven out for their actions, but they deleted it and changed the title, but not the URL. It's pathetic. I mean, it is pathetic. It just they don't want to. They just don't want to drop anything, and it's so annoying. It's so
one
annoying.
Thing that came from deadline day was, I don't know if you've seen the story, that we nearly missed out on Visser because we forgot one of the forms for him to sign.
Yeah, I read that.
Do you remember we were saying we probably thought it's 11 o'clock?
Yeah, it was actually true. Yeah, it nearly happened.
Yeah, me.
I mean, look, it's madness. The whole thing is just madness. Anyway, shall we get this link?
You better do a charity announcement, because I mean, the people asking in the chat about how much.
Oh, is there? All right. Well, I did put it out on the community post and everything. So we raised £5,075 and 35 pence, if you want to be precise. But absolutely incredible, considering that is 4 hours less than January deadline day. 4 whole hours less. We beat it by, I think, around £40 from last deadline day, which is madness, really, considering we were actually on air 4 hours less and we raised more. So, you know what? Absolutely. It's all down to you guys. We can sit here and do a show for 9.5 hours or whatever it was, but, we have to put our, faith in you guys to help us get there. And bloody hell, we did. It was brilliant. It was a brilliant day. The memes that have come out of that day, Billy, are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Just the laughs that we had, the fun that we had that day, it was absolutely just incredible. And Newcastle got their business done very early, which meant we had another 9 hours to go through. And hey, we did it. We did it. It was absolutely superb. And that's all down to you guys, because, without you guys, we're nothing. Davey Verse has been a member for 7 months and says, well done, gentlemen. Guys, you can see, the hashtag wank biscuit is something that will never be forgotten. I haven't touched a biscuit since, to be honest, and I don't think I will be for quite some time. And I know there's a few out there feel exactly the same as me. Unbelievable. But what a laugh. What a laugh. Right, let's get this link up and get you guys on. Right, so that's now pinned at the top of the chat, ladies and gentlemen. The link to come on is pinned at the top of the chat. We will try and get as many of you on tonight as we can, and to talk about your football club. And instantly, Billy.
Yes.
And it's not who we normally think it is.
No, it's not.
No. But hey, if you're new, you haven't been on, get yourselves on, guys. First up tonight is Bill. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi, Bill.
How you doing?
You must have been ready to hit the button like a bullet out of a gun there, Bill.
I was paused, mouse hovering over it, just waiting. Because the first thing I want to say is, what a fantastic show on
thank you.
Transfer Biscuit. The deadline day.
Yes,
deadline day.
Yeah.
And I do have a comment from that, because you're talking about Daisy. You're explaining how Daisy came about. And you're saying Billy used to get too excited with Daisy. So I was, if I had any more money, I was going to super chat. That must be Billy's wank brisket.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any more money. I'm unemployed. That little super chat I did was.
Hey, Bill, it's not about how much, and I always say this every time we do a stream like that. It's never about how much. It's just the fact that even the people that can't donate, the fact that they watch is just as good for us.
I was with you the entire day. I loved every minute of it.
Well, I mean, to be honest, Bill, I mean, things were said in the deadline day stream that I never thought would be said on this interview. I mean, but I have to give my hats off to Billy, because his wit is.
It's legendary.
His humor is absolutely incredible. And
just to say as well, brisket had to be slow cooked. You couldn't do anything slow with Daisy.
No, you couldn't. Daisy was hyper.
See, I thought you would love to be casseroled by. Is it casseroled? Hang on, casserole. No, casserole. It's right to be done slowly for 4 hours. That's what casserole is, isn't it?
No, but that's why Billy is such an asset to this channel, because he's not only is his football knowledge second to none, and he's the fact that he's a fantastic guy, as everybody knows. His humor is just brilliant, and how can you not love Billy Trey? How can you?
Each and every one of you, all 4 of you that come to it. I mean, you've got the mods and everybody backstage as well, but all 4 of you that come to air all have something unique about you, and you all add up. But when all 4 of you are on together, the sum is greater than the total of its parts.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. And that's enough smoke up your backsides for tonight.
That's fine. Right, how are you feeling after the transfer window, Bill? Are you a bit more, settled, looking forward to the season now than we were a few weeks ago?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. My only concern, but it was just one game, and it wasn't even a full game, and that's Malik Chow. I'm confident he's going to come good. We just need to let Eddie do his thing. because Eddie would normally keep him on the bench for a few weeks, let him watch a few games, let him get used to it, and then introduce him. But no, I'm a lot more confident now. I mean, we've got 2 quality players for every position now.
We have, we have. And I think, I mean, me and Alex will be there at the Wolves game, you know, where we are very excited because, you know, the lineup that we could have. I mean, Billy, it's incredible, isn't it? You know, we sort of all this Isak situation going on, but I think we now we need to focus on the talent we've just signed.
Absolutely, and it's going to be hard for us to predict a lineup on a Thursday now.
Oh yeah.
Because of
well, it's moving to Friday. Remember, Billy, it's moving to Friday. Remember?
Oh yes, of course, moving to Friday now, aren't we? Yeah. The quality of Voltemada and Visser is unbelievable, really. Visser 19 goals for second choice striker. That's going to be something special, isn't it? You know, can get to 19 again. And then Voltemada, we don't know what he's going to do, but he's got the ability to do whatever he wants in the game. Seriously, he's that good.
See, every time you mention his name, I put a little song together, song lyrics. I'm gonna try it out. As soon as I sing the first line, it's only 4 or 5 lines. Don't worry, I'm not a singist. But as soon as I sing the first line, you're gonna know what the ending is, and I do want you both to join in. All right. It takes a lot for me to sing in public, so I'm really I'm bricking it, I think the term is. But anyway, Voltemada, you, hey, show no respect.
Oh my God.
Run through their defense and stick it in the net. We tell the other fans when they get on your case, shut up in your face.
Yeah.
That's my Voltemada.
The thing is, I think there'll actually be a lot of Voltemada songs.
I've seen a few
people will be thinking them up right now. People will be thinking them up right now. So overall, you're confident, Bill. You're happy. You're not particularly worried about squad size anymore because we filled a few positions.
We're battling on 4 fronts. I'm always going to be concerned about squad size because let's look at what Billy was saying when we were looking at getting rid of Asula before that was called off.
Yeah.
AFCON and an injury away from having no striker. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sorry, with having Asula still, I think we're still in the same boat.
That's true.
Well, yeah, but it's an extra body in there.
And again, Phil, he's got more time with Eddie Howe. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I'm going to ask everybody this tonight, so you just happen to be first on. Just regarding the comments that Anthony Gordon and obviously Sven Botman made on social media to Isak. What did you make of them? And do you think that was right for them to do that? Or is that something that should have been done very much in private?
If they are genuinely his mate and they want to send him a message, we've got something in this country called freedom of speech. They're allowed to do it. But yes, I think it would have been better if they'd done it in a private message, just so they didn't get the backlash of the fans. Because the last thing we need in our squad right now is a bit of disharmony.
Yeah.
We have to be Newcastle United. Mm-hmm. That's what's going to get us Champions League again for next season.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, Bill, it's been a pleasure, matey.
I've got one thing to say about he used to be a rat in everybody's eyes, but I don't think he's got the courage to be a rat. I think he's a little scouse mouse. And his quality and ability is going to fall off a cliff because, and I say this to Liverpool fans with respect, I'm not having a dig, but oh my God, what have you done? You have got this guy so full of his own self-importance that now he's going to think he's the real I am. Coming into Liverpool, is he going to try and rule the roost and upset your dressing room? Now, that's the same mistake we made with him. Mm-hmm. And I hope it doesn't bite you the way it bit us, because the genuine Liverpool fans, I've got nothing but respect for. They've been through a lot. They're passionate about their football, and we've had some cracking games.
Yeah.
But everything else that happened about this saga, I'm not so happy with. But that was just it. That was all I wanted to say on Isak. I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah.
and his quality is going to fall off a cliff. He's a little scouse mouse. He's not a rat. He's not important enough to be a rat.
I found it odd that he said on his welcoming video that he likes to be physical and do work, hold up typical number 9 stuff outside the box.
Yeah.
Okay,
We've never
to
seen
every
that.
other football club going up against Liverpool, Isak hates physical defenders,
Not
and he
interested.
can't do one-on-ones. I've seen both Voltemada and Wissa videos where they absolutely destroy Isak when it comes to one-on-ones. He can't hold a candle to them. I know you want to get other people on, so I'm going to say this and then I'm going to let you kick me out. Brian Clough was nothing when he didn't have Peter Taylor by his side.
Yep,
And having grown up in Nottingham, I know this to be true.
it is true.
Yeah, well, Isak is nothing without Jacob Murphy and Anthony Gordon providing the bullets for him to fire in. And that's why I think his quality is going to fall off a cliff. But that's it. I've said my bit. Thank you very much for having me on again.
You're very
well
welcome.
done on the charity. It was a fantastic show.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
catch you later.
Soon, mate. Take care. Good night.
Thank you.
Just before we bring Scott on, Cludes says, I want to thank you for shows, Paul, Billy. My mother had a major stroke 2 days ago, and these shows have been keeping my mind occupied. Thank you. Cludes, I hope she makes a recovery. I know you said major stroke there. Obviously, I had a minor one back in February. It's scary. So hopefully she'll pull through, matey, and send her all our love, mate, and to you and your family.
Yeah.
And hope she makes a full recovery. Just a couple more super chats as well. I think I read that one out, didn't I? Yes. Greg Wheeler says, what a brilliant day Monday was. You guys absolutely smashed it and were bloody hilarious. I'm still away in the truck, but we'll always be listening.
It wasn't the chap that had his sons say hello to him.
His wife put a stupid chat on, and then he came back with that. Yeah, it was fantastic. Dan says, I've got a burger bet. Voltemada outscores Sesko. Andy says, Paul, when's Warstato back on? I've got 4 players for him to look at for January window, but you will have to translate for him.
He have to be linked first, Andy.
They've got to be linked, Andy, or you won't look at them. He's back again. We have such a thing as a telephone without social media. Seeing it, Paul. And War Billy. Yep. George, great news about the new charity record. Yes, it is. It's fantastic. And you were a massive part of that, George. Absolutely huge. I still need to get your address, by the way, mate. So if you can I know you've got my number, so if you can text it through to me, I will get something nice sent to you. Peter Garthwaite says, who do you think will start between Vista and Voltemada? I thought Isak's statement was pathetic.
I think it'd be Voltemada personally.
I do as well, but I think it could be both of them because Anthony Gordon's out, and I think then we might see both of them. Anyway, good evening, Scott.
Hello, lads. You all right?
How are you doing? Not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Congrats on the charity show, Paul.
Thanks, man.
Unbelievable. I was buzzed when I seen that statement you got off the $5,000 yesterday.
Yeah, it was
unbelievable.
It was a nice surprise because.
It was lovely.
I was totting it up, and then obviously YouTube confirmed it before I'd actually done all the currency changes. So I got away with doing a lot of weird stuff with me calculator.
God knows how you worked out all them foreign currencies, pal.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, mate. But it's worth it at the end of the day. You know, it was a great day, and you know, like I said.
Anyway, I've got a quick one for you first.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
When I played for the Falcons, Soggy Biscuit, we called it Welcome to the Biscuit. And Billy, I never won.
Good lad.
I wouldn't want to win. The thing is, I mean, obviously, you know, we used to.
And do you know how it is, lads? We used to use a Jacob's cracker.
That's
it's like a cracker wheat when it's finished.
Anyway, lads, did you watch them reaction videos on the club's channels? Isak versus Vissa. Jesus Christ, man. Like Isak didn't even want to be there at Liverpool.
I mean, look, Isak. I mean, if you can remember when he signed for us, you know, I'll never forget that day that he was outside the Hilton. right? And he walked past a load of Newcastle fans, didn't bother signing anything. And everybody says, "Oh, he's an ignorant git. He's an ignorant git." And everybody's like, "No." And he's turned out to be just that prick that we thought he was when he walked into the Hilton.
Exactly.
You know, this is a bit different. You know, I mean, I'll stand by saying his situation was different. I don't agree with what he did. He went about it the wrong way as well, but it was a different situation. How are you feeling now, Scott? After the window's closed, are you more confident for the season than you were?
Just on that, Paul. When Visser said the only reason he took the number 9 because his hero was Cisse when he played for the Toon.
Aye, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Cisse got back in touch with him, didn't he? Cisse sent him a message.
And Chancellor and Bomber as well. Yeah. Play with him for DCR. So that's unreal. Listen, we've signed 6 players. The squad's better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got a right winger, 2 forwards, centre back. Ramsey looks upgrade on Longstaff, although he played quite well against us the other day.
Yeah, give him his credit. Yeah.
But I'm buzzing. I can't wait for the Wolves game.
I know it's really exciting. But Billy, you were saying before about when we got that question about Voltemada or Wissa, he's got options with Voltemada, hasn't he? Because he's not necessarily an out striker.
No, he can play behind him. He can do whatever he wants with him, really.
Yeah.
And he might just go with Wissa because he's Premier League proven, isn't he? And he might want to ease Voltemada in. But I think the money he's paid for him kind of dictates he's got to play somewhere.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. The fact that
I'd like to see Eddie change the formation, lads, and play the both.
Probably, yeah, that's good.
I've seen some kid put on Facebook yesterday. It wasn't a 4-4-2, but it was with Tonali and Bruno in the middle, Elanga and Gordon on the wings, and Voltemada just behind Wissa.
Yeah.
And I thought, Christ almighty, that'll do some damage. That
there's a lot of people in the chat saying, "Oh, we've got Park as well," but apparently. I was watching Lee from NUFC, Newcastle Fans TV, putting updates of the under-21 game. Didn't really play very well, and he struggled.
We'll get beat 6-2 off Huddersfield or something.
We got whacked.
I see on Sky.
Yeah, I think he's just going to. He's one for the future. So I think
exactly.
We don't want to throw him in and things like that. Just let him grow. And then we'll see. But Scott, another question before you go, just about the social media posts from Anthony Gordon and Sven Botman. Where do you stand on it? Because there's a lot of fans upset about it.
I see them all on Instagram, man. Jesus Christ. I would rather just done it personally.
Yeah.
Just like send them a text. I mean, I don't know. I think he's the rat, but at the end of the day, he scored the goals and we won a trophy last year. You know what I mean? We're still going to think it, but no, they didn't have the players. Didn't have the players for that.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake.
Right.
These pals. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think they should have read the room, but I don't see the point of abusing them and social media. But
I would have just sent them a WhatsApp. You know what I mean? Just say, good luck, pal.
That would have been the best way.
You know
right, Scott. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yes,
pleasure as always. You take care, mate.
Good night. Good night. Ta-ra, lads.
Top man. Billy, I mean, we're seeing a few people making comments saying, "Oh, Anthony Gordon's going to be the next one to do this." Forcing a move away. I mean, it's a little harsh, that, isn't it? I mean. Anthony Gordon looks perfectly happy at the club, and to say he's going to turn into an Isak and force a move, I think it's a bit harsh.
Well, he's had chances to do it already if he wanted to. If he wanted to go,
he could absolutely.
Do it end of last season and the end of this season, but
no,
I don't think that's his nature.
Yep.
And people say he did it at Everton. He was being threatened. He was being run out of town.
He was being hounded. I mean, nobody ever forget those images, Billy, of him pulling out at Goodison Park and literally his car surrounded by angry Everton louts who were threatening him and everything. I mean, what's a poor lad supposed to do? I mean, I would hate to see Newcastle fans act that way. They probably would have if Isak had pulled out in front of them like that. But it just a bit silly. It's a bit all silly. But just read the room. Got another super chat in from the Real Gamer. I think we actually done all right this window in the end. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Emma, good evening.
Hi.
Are you calling us from Bonnie, Scotland?
I am.
Yeah. Any haggis yet?
Ugh. Nah.
All right, well, that's fair enough.
They are.
They are.
I've got two things to say before you ask me a question. I want to say a huge congratulations from the Deadline Day charity stream. It was an awesome amount that you've raised for the 4 wonderful charities. And the other one is Isaac. It's too little, too late for that appreciation message that you sent to Sky Sports. You should have done that well before today.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think when it comes to his message, I don't know, Billy. I don't think he wrote that. I mean, I don't think he wrote the original statement. I think it's just his reps. It looked very, very AI generated, if I'm honest, as if he's just gone on to, like, if he's gone onto one of the AI apps and just said, put me a little short message thanking Newcastle, because it didn't seem very personal to me.
Well, Johan Wissa did his on his welcoming video to Newcastle United about Brentford and the fans and the backroom staff, etc.
Yeah,
that's when he's actually done it about our fans. Later.
Isak didn't even mention Newcastle United in his Liverpool interviews.
No.
Nothing. Where do you stand on the transfer window then, Emma? Do you think it after, because I know you were worried a few weeks ago, are you a little bit more settled for the season coming up with who we've brought in?
I am over the moon with the players that were brought in.
Yeah.
And I think now with I know we've got Wissa to AFCON in December, but I think we can be real contenders for the Premier League. Because I've seen Walter Marder's goals from last season, and he knows how to head a ball, and he knows how to put him in the back of a net.
Wow, I mean that's a bold. I know you've made some bold statements before, Emma, but that is the boldest of the bold.
And I think we can retain the Carabao Cup as well.
Listen, Premier League and Carabao Cup, that'll do me this season. A good run in the Champions League.
Let's have all of it. Let's have the Champions League and the FA Cup. Let's do the lot.
Let's just actually
and let's do the World Cup at the end of the season.
I did see something actually the other day. I think it was yesterday. Opta did a sort of guesstimation, I guess, of where teams are going to finish in the Champions League in the whole table. And out of all the teams in the in the table or in the Champions League, it had Newcastle 10th at the end of the stages, so easily into the next round.
That's good news, then.
So yeah, Emma, where just the same question that I've asked the other guys tonight. Where do you stand on the little lovey-dovey letters from Gordon and from Botman on social media towards Isak?
I haven't personally seen them myself because I've been out today, and like I said, I haven't seen them. But like everyone else said, that should have been done in private. It shouldn't have been put over social media, because you know what the tabloids are like. They're going to turn it around into a hate speech, and it just should have been done private for me. Yeah, as well.
And all this nonsense about Isak taking legal action, where do you stand on that? Do you think that's a load of nonsense? Because as Billy said earlier on in the show, I think he'd get walked all over, because I think it's now time just to, you've gone to Liverpool, you've got your wish, now fuck off and get on with it, and don't, let's just leave it.
The rat bastard hasn't got a leg to stand on.
I mean, they seem to be targeting the journalists, Billy. And, like I said at the start of the show, I don't have much sympathy for, I don't agree with some of them sometimes, but I will back Luke Edwards at this time and say I don't think there was anything, certainly nothing malicious in that to say. Because if you remember, when all these rumours about Isak's form at the end of last season, it was actually Callum Wilson.
Yeah, it was.
Who first mentioned it. It wasn't the press. It was Callum Wilson who said that, and he still stands by that, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
We all saw that.
I won't be surprised if the Liverpool hierarchy don't just say to him, "Look, you're here to play football now. Concentrate on football.
Yeah.
Forget where you've been. Just play your football. You don't need any background kind of excuses to kind of not do anything."
Yeah. I think listen, we've said many times, Billy, there's a possibility that we think he wasn't at his best, but there you go. Anything else you want to say, Emma?
Let him go. Let him forget about it.
Yeah. I agree.
It's one of those. There is one thing I want to say though. I have, in my spare time while I've been on holiday, I have made you a few more things.
Oh.
And would you or Stato would you, if you can find them, if Stato can you ask Stato to email you the away shirts? Because I just don't want to do black and white. I want to do the away shirts for what I'm making you to make it a bit more special, past and present.
All right. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No problem at all. Right. We'll let you get on and have your, anything nice for tea tonight, Emma, up in Scotland? Battered Mars bar or something?
No. I can't have anything too greasy, so I'm just on sandwiches.
Oh my God!
Well, sliced sausage. You're missing out on there. Ooh.
With some of the health conditions I've got, I can't have greasy food.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to stay away from it, so I'm not ill.
Yeah.
Well, in that case,
well, listen. You have a blast up there, man. We'll see you. We'll see you next time. You take care.
You too. Thank you all.
All right. Good night.
Again.
Thank you.
Bye.
She's lovely, Emma, isn't she? She's always doing stuff for the channel. By the way, there's some people in the chat saying, "I'd stop talking about Isak," but it's in the news. And if you watch this channel long enough, we talk about the news, that's why we're talking about the transfer window in general tonight and how people sit with it, and the whole situation. It's a talking point. So. But this
we don't have a game for 10 days either, so we've got to talk about something.
You've got to talk about something, because England, that's Friday night they play, I think, Billy.
Is it Friday or Saturday? I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's Andorra again, though, isn't it?
Yeah, postmen, plumbers, bakers, candlestick makers.
Yeah,
biscuit.
Yeah, bakers. Let's move on before Billy gets us shut down again. We've got Fubar coming on next. Then we got Paul, Scott, Barbara, James. Ash, James again, Shimani. We've got loads waiting, but we will come to you guys. Don't you worry about that. Fubar, good evening.
Hello, Fubar.
Gentlemen. How are you?
We're not too bad. How are you?
Good. Yeah, good. Thank you.
Good,
congratulations on the charity stream as well. Well done,
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Right, where do you sit then on the window? Are you happy now to where we were a couple of weeks ago?
We had a cracking window. Our strength and our squad right across the whole areas. We've nearly got 2 players in each section, which is fantastic. We haven't had that for a long time. I am a little bit concerned about left back. I know Target wasn't great, and we've got his wages off the book now as well, which is fantastic. But we've only got Murphy covering. Obviously Tino can play in that position, but I feel we might be a little bit weak on that left back position. But apart from that, I think we've had a terrific window, and I think it's been overshadowed by all the Isak crap. I think it's gone under the radar a little bit.
I think he makes a good point there, Billy, because it has, and I've seen a few people mention this, that the signings have kind of just gone a little bit more under the radar than they normally would because of what's happened with the Rat. We've signed some really good players.
Well, Jeff Stenning thinks about the third best of all the clubs. So certain journalists, especially the good ones like Jeff, see it as a success, and why wouldn't you?
I want to give myself a pat on the back as well, because back on the 18th, I put on your Facebook page a whole thing about Voltemada, and then a week later he gets signed. I'm pretty sure the house full of your Facebook page, but if they do, I want my commission as well, please.
There's a lot of. There was a lot of people mentioning Voltemada saying, "Why aren't we going for him?" And then it was simple to us because it really looked like he was going to Bayern Munich.
He's a cracking player, isn't he? Though?
Yeah. I mean,
he plays like he's 5'9". The ball just sticks to his feet like glue. Honestly, it's going to get people off their seats when he starts playing, and he just shoves people off the ball as well because he's so lanky. They can't get close to him. He's going to be a cracking player for us. But I think
he's like a 6 foot 6.5, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he will play more of that number 10 role. I somewhere around there, because he's definitely better just outside the box. So I think Eddie we might see a bit of a formation change, which is great, because if we keep playing 4-3-3 for other teams, they can always kind of guess how we're going to play. Now Eddie's got options; he can change our formation slightly and keep other teams guessing and keep it fresh, which is going to really benefit us in the long run, I think.
I think Voltemada makes us much better against the low block.
Yeah, definitely.
With Isak in the side, we could never break a low block down.
I think Altamada and Wizard together will probably score more goals than Isak and Wilson did together.
I agree.
So yeah, it's a perfect match. They've done a really good job, and they need a lot of credit for that.
Absolutely. Right, before you go, I'll ask you the same question. Were you annoyed at Gordon and Botman, or do you think it's just a mountain out of a molehill?
I think they should have done it personal. I think they should have sent them a text or a phone call. What more? Why would you put it on social media? It's just to gain traction of your followers, and yeah, it didn't need to go on social media.
Yeah, they didn't read the room very well, did they?
No, not really. No.
I mean, I understand them, contacting the mate, but I'm sure they've got his mobile number or WhatsApp groups or whatever that they have these days. And I think it's caused a little bit of a stir. And I mean, I've seen people react to Gordon's, and I mean, some people saying that Newcastle should rip the contracts up and get them out of the club. I thought that was absolutely pathetic.
Well.
I mean, they are without a doubt plastic fans saying that. There's no doubt about that. It is ridiculous.
I just want to move on now, to be honest with you. I think we just need to move on and concentrate on the football and support the team and the players that want to play for the club. That's all we have to do now.
Yeah, I agree. Right, Fubar, thanks for coming on, mate. Nice to see you.
Cheers, guys.
Mate. Take care. Good night. Bye. So there you go. We've got a few waiting, so we will get through. Don't worry, because you'll get you a few minutes on and get your point across. Just a couple of super chats. K-Max is a new member of the channel. Welcome to Members Club K-Max. Thank you very much. Charlie with a super chat. Good window. Congrats on the charity result. This time next year, it's Eddie Howe we need to keep hold of. Arsenal, Mank and others will be looking for new leaders.
It's a fair point.
Mm-hmm. Pound for pound. Well, England, yeah, there will be a lot of clubs looking at Eddie, especially if he's successful again this season. Which I think he will be. Pound for pound boxing says prediction: Newcastle win another trophy this season. Peter Garthwaite, have you seen the rumours Isak is not fit to play? Well, he's not fit. He's not match fit, and I think that's what Jean Dahl Thomason was saying in his press conference today. That he'll take some part in the game, but he won't play the full game because he hasn't played and he's not match fit. So I understand that. Andy Toon Hunter back again. Would we bring back the Geordie Maradona? Elliot Anderson. Well, I think maybe one day down the line, but we can't.
If he wins his contracts out, then maybe then. But
yeah,
it can be too expensive till then.
Possibly. Scott, good evening.
Hello. You all right?
Not too bad. How are you?
Aye. Champion happy that this window's over with. It's drove us crazy all summer.
Yeah, it's been fascinating and annoying, frustrating, downright crazy at times. But how are you sitting now? It's closed with it. I mean, more so on who we've brought in. And are you a bit more confident moving forward this season?
You know what it is? I would say around the beginning of August, I was, sitting there thinking, Jesus Christ, this might be the worst window I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And in the span of 3 weeks, it probably turned to the best window I've ever seen. Like before the season started, I was thinking we'll probably scratch a 7th, 8th, maybe just getting to Europe. But now, dare I say top 4, maybe?
Oh, hey, I'm like
be a stretch, but I could see it happening. We've done it before, proved people wrong before. Why not again?
Yeah. Aaron makes a good point here, actually. He says, if you publicly applauded your mate for shitting on his bosses and joining their rival company, it would be fair to say your boss won't be giving you a pay rise. I mean, football's a different bloody world, though, isn't it? It's mental. I mean, Scott, where do you sit on sort of Wolves coming up in a couple of weeks' time, obviously, after the break? It gives Eddie a lot of options with formations and stuff. Are you one of these fans who maybe wants to see us change it up from the 4-3-3?
I mean, I can't lie. I do kind of want to see a 4-4-2 with Wisser and Voltemada, just because, I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. We've been really missing that striker the last 3 games. A what?
4-4-1-1.
4-4, yeah, that could do as well. I was at the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
In the corner just below the monitor, and there was about 4 chances in front of me where Gordon, if it was a striker, to tap it in, we could have been 2-3 up. And then now that we've got the 2 strikers, buzzing.
I thought that was the case against Leeds, Billy, when those crosses came in. If we'd had an elite striker there, I mean, if Voltemada was in that box or even Visser for that matter. I think they would have got.
Yeah, more so Visser. I do worry about a 4-4-2 with Gordon and Anger playing on the flanks, though. But Jacob Ramsey on one side makes the midfield a little bit more narrow and makes us a bit more stronger defensively.
Oh, look who's in the chat. Just because I mentioned 4-4-1-1. Same thing, Paul. Stop waffling.
You would go over in midfield with a 4-4-2 without Alanga and Gordon out wide. That's for certain.
Yeah. Just get back to your knitting, Stato. All right. So you think top 4, Scott? Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I'm not convinced by Man City. That's why I think they've been poor.
Yeah. They've had they're certainly not the entity that they were. And listen, I watched that game against Brighton at the weekend, and I thought, they did control most of that game, but Brighton made 4 changes all at once, and when they made them substitutions, Man City didn't have an answer, and neither did Pep, and it was a fantastic turnaround by Brighton. Again, it's one of these, isn't it, Billy, that you see a team like Brighton who, again, they just seem to keep churning over these players who want to get on that pitch and do a job and work hard. That is what I want to see at Newcastle, where we now have the ability with players in the squad that we can make changes, but not necessarily take a dip in quality.
I just think City seem a bit soft-centred. They've gone a bit Spursy for me, if I'm perfectly honest. Yeah, you have to be mental particularly to win the league like someone did. Mentioning no names, no backgrounds. But yeah, they just seem a bit soft-centred, and they're not the team they were. It's going to take them a bit to get used to not having De Bruyne playing and people like that. So yeah, it's going to be hard for them. And I think we can beat them this year. It's been very slim pickings as far as beating them in the league, and I think we can this year. Maybe we can go to the Etihad and do it. Why not?
Scott, final question. As I said to everybody, what did you think of Gordon and Botman's social media posts? Were you a little offended as a Newcastle fan after what's happened, or are you just saying, bugger it, let's just get on with it?
I think it was more the timing more than anything, because with Botman being injured a long time and Gordon being suspended, it's like the two worst players at the moment that could have done it as well. Yeah. But really, am I bothered? No. Actions speak louder than words, in my opinion. Isak's proved that with his statement. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Right. Scott, brilliant to have you on, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You take care.
Soon. Take care. Good night. Some good points raised by Scott. Again, I think people are talking with quite a bit of sense tonight, as they always do, of course. It's me that normally doesn't talk any sense, but hey, that's just me. Anyway, we got James on. James, good evening.
Oh, James.
You've caught me as I was feeding me ants. Maybe I'll reposition at this point. I've got an ant colony down there.
Well, I didn't expect to hear that tonight on the fan forum, but I tell you what, the Toon Review just gets everywhere, don't we? I mean, ant colonies and wank biscuits, it's just incredible. Sometimes this chant takes us to new heights.
If I had more time, I was going to put like some Geordie stuff around it, but you caught me out too quick. But yeah,
you see. Anyway, what would you like to say, James?
I'm just saying, thank God for Isak doing that transfer after Liverpool played at St. James's Park. I was thinking, imagine that atmosphere. Imagine that. Like, God.
Do you know what my honest opinion is, James? I think if he'd signed for Liverpool before that game, I don't think he would have played anyway. I think there would have been something in the agreement for the transfer that he didn't play. That would have just created, I couldn't imagine what kind of atmosphere that would bring. It would be absolutely incredible.
I'm expecting a strategic injury when we play him at Anfield.
I am as well. Yeah.
Or he bangs in loads of goals against us, which is my worry, to be fair with you. But
it could be.
Well, obviously that could happen, but let's hope it doesn't. Where are you sitting on the transfer window now, though? Because weeks ago, we were all in blind panic about who was doing what behind the scenes and were we going to get players in, etc., etc. And now we're sitting with 6 new signings.
I think, obviously what's happened here, everything's been dominated by the toxicity of the Isak. So all what's been going on underneath has been covered up and has kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Are they good transfers? I think when I've watched Whistler, especially when he's played against us, he's been pretty damn good, to be fair.
Really improved over the years he's been in the Premier League. He's dramatically improved.
Absolutely. But I watched quite a bit of TalkSport on you guys and also Goldbridge. That's where I kind of live around a little bit. But a lot of people are saying he's quite an average striker. I don't know if that's Simon Jordan's kind of bitterness. Like I don't know what he's saying. I haven't.
I think the fact that he got 19 goals, Billy, last season, and none of them were penalties. I think that just tells you all you need to know the quality we're getting.
Yeah, he was kind of overshadowed by Brian and Bremer, wasn't he? So
yeah,
and it may be the same here with Voltemade or whoever. But if he knocks in 10, 15 goals a season, that's fantastic for us. And if he gets more than that, well, then it's outstanding.
Billy, if
he's got the ability to do it. If he could do it at Brentford, I'm sure he can get chances to do it in Newcastle.
Take your point.
There is a what on earth is that? Paul, you have to close the chat if you're on the. Oh, he's not talking to me. It's somebody else because I've got everything in front of me. Where do you stand on what the comments from Gordon and Botman? Were you offended or?
I've got pretty thick skin. All right, I've lived a life, so I'm not offended. But don't do it. Just why, man? I mean, why? I mean, I was the one about Gordon. What surprised me is when I've watched all these like interviews as he's grown as a person. I used to think, what a bit of a tit, to be fair with you. But now I'm like, this guy's probably one of the more intelligent people I've seen in football. So why do that? You know, but
it is a case of look. I said before, I don't have a problem with them wishing the mate well. You know, friendships away from the football pitch is fine, but read the room. You know, just read the room and see how aggravated and annoyed people are, and obviously go from there. But it was poorly timed, wasn't it?
I'm not a footballer, as you can probably tell. All right. But if I was in a workplace and two of my colleagues or a colleague, the best one in the company had left and it upset everyone, you know, would it be wise for me to be putting on LinkedIn? Good luck, all the best. It's been fantastic working for you. No, I do a private message. All the best in your future, you know. So, but hey.
Listen, James, pleasure having you on, mate. Thank you very much. We'll let you get back to your colony. All right, you take care, buddy.
Cheers, James.
Good night. So some debutantes tonight, Billy. Definitely
brilliant. It's fantastic to see some new faces.
Absolutely. Our next guest certainly isn't. Bobs.
Hello, Bobs.
Hey, pal, long time.
How are you doing?
Can you hear me okay, yeah?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Last time I was on was the first time that lady Sam was on. We were both on the same.
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was a while
ago.
Yeah,
a while ago. Yeah.
So how are you feeling now about the window, Bobs? Are you...
Very happy with it. Very happy with it. Yeah. It just depends how they gel together, like, you know, and that new Voltemade or something. That's his name.
Voltemade. Yeah.
Voltemade. Yeah.
It's probably not even easy for you Irish to say, to be honest.
No. It depends how well he gels in, like, you know.
Yeah. Do you think Eddie will change formations with this, Barbara?
Well, they can both play together, can't they?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah. So, Voltemade is not really a striker. He's not really number 9, is he? He's number 10 or something, is he? And,
yeah.
And Wizza can play on the right as well, can't he? So we can mix it about, I suppose.
Well, exactly, and I think that's what they'll do because just so many more options, Billy, isn't there? You know, he doesn't have to start with 4-3-3. He can start with someone else. He can move back to 4-3-3. He can change it during the game because the players on the pitch, he's got that, you know, the utilization now. He can do it.
Yeah, it can be more fluid in attack, can't we? And sometimes when we're playing against a low block, which we do quite often at St James's Park, you're going to need that little bit of extra quality, and extra unpredictability.
I listened to Chris's rant on Evermore. He's very good.
Really good. He loves the rant, does Chris?
I updated my membership. Yeah, after that rant, I said I had to. He's very good, isn't he? I love him. He's very good.
He's
I watched him as well. Yourself and him, I watched the most, like, you know. But yeah.
We know. What did you think of Gordon and Botman's comments? Were you as a Newcastle fan annoyed?
It annoyed me a little bit. They should have sent a private message to each other. That's all they have the numbers, like, just fucking text them, like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't make any sense. Yeah. So where do you think we're going to finish in the league now, Barbara? What's your prediction?
I think we get Champions League again.
You do, yeah. Okay.
So yeah. But the thing we have now, we should do, unless we make a right balls of it all together. It'd be a nice gesture from the club if they renamed all the 2000 and all the shirts take the Isaac name off and put a new name on them, because an awful lot of people. I bought 2 shorts with Isaac's name on them, like, you know, and and it's really annoying. It's a lot of money, there, you know what I mean? So I think if the club would just take them, once you have a receipt that you bought it recently, well, once it's up to date short, like that.
Barbara, you know as well as I do, football is a very different business, and I as much as I'd love to think that would happen.
It'd be good gesture, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
There's hundreds of people that bought shorts just after after we won the cup, and I've 2 Isaac shorts. So I do one with your man, the singer fella. What's his name on it? Fender.
Fender, right? Okay.
I have that short and with Isaac written on the top of it as well, and I have the season's one as well, like, you know.
Yeah. Well, listen, Barbara, thank you very much for making a reappearance. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, take care.
I love the show, and I'll always be here.
Thank you. You take care, Barbara. Good night.
Good luck.
So that was Barbara. Did we get any more super chats in? Yes, we did. Warren Dinning, let the Waldemar see the Wolves. I guess that's one way of looking at it.
Liking all lighty.
Yeah, I mean, this what I'm picking up from fans tonight, Billy, is there's a lot of confidence for the coming season now.
Oh God, yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Well, it's like our season is going to start again after the international break, and sort of Wolves is the restart, kind of just a little bit of a reset. 3 warm-up games before the international break, and then obviously we know that games come thick and fast after the break, so. Let's just get in there. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. We, apart from the Carlisle game pre-season, we've not won a game since when? How long? Brentford? Is it Brentford the last game we won? Can't think of the last game we won, but it was the end of the season.
We haven't won for about 11 games, I think, in total.
So
if you
need
include
to start winning games just to get the confidence up, and obviously with new people, new blood in the squad, surely that's going to come sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got 2 people on the line. No, one's just dropped off. So we've got Ash with us. Hi,
Bill.
Ash. Hi, we've got Shimani as well. How are you doing?
All right. I'm good.
Good. Ash, we'll come to you in a second. Shimani, obviously we've never seen you on the show before, I don't think. So
I've been following the channel for a while, to be fair, for the last... probably like the start of the year. Awesome. But I'm from like Cambridgeshire, so I don't live in Newcastle.
No, it's matey, it doesn't matter. I mean, don't listen to those plastics who say you've got to be from Newcastle to support Newcastle. We tried to grow the club around the world, never mind just the UK. So
to be fair, I've been supporting since Demba Ba and Pape Cisse. That those are the guys who made me start supporting the club. So been following since long ago, long time.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. What have you? How are you feeling after the transfer window, Shimani? Are you confident now?
To be fair, I'm pretty confident. I mean, at the start, it was a bit shaky considering we only had Alanga and then Ramsdale basically. But then, as in always Newcastle fashion, we wait till the end of the window, then we get all the other players in, and I feel like it's a very good window. To be fair, having Malik Chow and also Waldemar Vissa, I'm very excited to see play as well. Jacob Ramsey too, like it's looking like a very good season about to happen. So.
Absolutely. Ash, do you feel the same way? Because I know you've been on regularly and picked up on the frustrations and the sort of players going elsewhere and things like that, but it hasn't ended up too bad, has it?
I think the window's ended pretty damn good, to be fair. I've got something to say about Isaac's situation. Like, it's all right him saying this statement, but if he really cared about his statement, he would have stayed and played and not cost us 7 points. So his statement means fuck all. Yeah.
Well, I agree, Billy. That was one thing that I picked up in his Liverpool interview was the bollocks he was saying about working hard and all of this crap and saying, well, hang on a minute, you've just dispersed from Newcastle and you've totally disregarded us. You could have played those 3 games and gave us an opportunity to gain points if you cared that much.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
he didn't give a shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
and he also bigged himself up, saying how great he was outside the box. And he does all the number 9 stuff, hold up play, etc., physical stuff. We know he didn't do that.
Yeah.
Also, go on SofaScore and look at Walter Messi.
Walter Mitty.
Walter Messi, right? But they say his ball control is a negative. Like, have they not watched it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know who does the reporting for them, but they need a shooting in the face with a real loaded gun of shit, because he is good with his feet. I think we've seen how good he is with his feet. He terrifies defenders because his silky skills, Billy. You know that one that we keep seeing on videos of him picking the ball up outside the penalty area, jinking past 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I mean that is literally the touch. His footwork is incredible.
Yeah, from left to right, from left right to left, back to right. Go past 2 players at the same time.
Yeah,
there's not many players can do that, and
it's fantastic.
He does it on a regular basis.
Did you see that Newcastle had both the goalkeepers for England under-17s today?
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, when are they going to get time to play though? For Newcastle, I mean, not just for England.
Well, the way we go through goalkeepers, I mean, who knows?
Well, the guy who started was 15 years old.
He was, yeah. He's a real good prospect. Shimani, what did you think of Botman and Gordon's comments? Were you a little bit?
I was a bit shocked, to be fair. I was a bit shocked. I was not expecting anyone to say anything, but it didn't really affect me, considering it's really weird. Them 2 players, Botman could have left this summer as well for Leverkusen, and then Gordon could have went to Liverpool as well last season. So the 2 players who did it don't really affect me, because I know they're committed to the club, because they could have left as well. But I was just a bit shocked that someone actually said the goodbye post.
Yeah, again, it's read the room, is it? Where are you predicting us to finish now, Shimani? I mean, given the windows, I mean, obviously we've got January window. Nothing tends to happen a great deal in January. So, where do you think we'll finish up?
Probably, I'm thinking 5th or 4th. To be fair, 5th, maybe probably the last couple of games. If we push hard, we can get 4th. But one of them 2 places, I believe, top 5 at least.
Hey, I tell you what, Billy, it's the confidence has flown. Listen, Shimani, thank you for coming on, mate. Nice to see you. Get yourself on next time.
Thank you.
We'll speak soon, mate.
Hey, Shimani.
Thank you.
Some great points made by Shimani there. We've got Geordie Trucker.
Hey up, lads. You all right?
Hi, Geordie Trucker.
You're obviously away in your vehicle.
Yes. This is my home to be honest, my home where I live is my holiday home. This is kind of my home Monday to Friday. So the wife gets a bit upset when I say that, but she needs to understand. So yeah, this is my home. Hey. This is my home, and then my home away from home is where I spend 2 days.
There's the bill.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to do what you got to do for the family. Going on to the transfer window for me. I would say it was maybe an 8 out of 10 if we had to kind of score. I think we could have really done with another centre mid. Just going through Willock and his injuries and how he's performed over the last maybe 2 seasons. I just don't think he's going to be good enough. And then obviously you've got Miley. He's still at that stage where I would say is with Asula, he's a little bit raw still. So I think he still needs a bit more time. I would have loved to seen maybe another centre mid come out and then maybe seen Miley go out on loan. Yeah. Maybe not to another Premiership team, but just to give him that actual game time would have been nice. Obviously, and then bring him back after a season, see how he's doing. But for me, he needs a bit more game time to be able to reach his full potential.
Yeah. I've just seen John's super chat, Billy. I don't know whether you've seen that come in there. Thank you, John. It says if Isak got circumcised, then I think Fabrizio Romano would deep fry his foreskin and eat it like a pork scratch.
He probably would.
That might be the best comment I've ever seen.
Outstanding. Outstanding comment.
I mean, unreal. Ash, where do you predict us to finish now? What's your thoughts?
Oh, God. 5th, maybe?
Yeah.
But I think 5 will get in the Champions League again this year. So.
What about a trophy? Do you think we could get a trophy?
Well, it depends how quickly Volder Messi and Whistler click, because I think we will change formation to a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we do. Listen, Ash, thanks for coming on, mate. We'll speak next time, buddy.
Take care, guys, and great stream for the charity.
Thank you, bud. Thank you, mate.
See you, Billy. Take care, mate.
Ash always making good points there. So
speak about the 4-2-3-1. I think that's a high possibility. I'd hate us to see go 5 at the back again. I think it's I think it's a big mistake. I've not seen that work as well as it really should be doing. Obviously, they've been hammering in on the 4-3-3 for so long. To then go 5 at the back, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for our team. It doesn't work for how the press that they want. It just, I think Eddie's smart enough man to know that he shouldn't be doing that anymore. But
it worked against Arsenal, didn't it? Twice.
I think.
That's what I'm saying. Like it did work against Arsenal, but obviously as of late, it's not been good enough.
Yeah, absolutely. What did you think of Gordon and Botman's comments?
I've been listening to everyone's answer, and I am going to play a bit devil's advocate here, and I think I'm going to maybe take this more from like Stato's point of view, as he normally does on the channel. He gives you a bit of the opposite side of things that might be going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the way that I see it, exactly. The way that I see it is, what you've got to think is these guys spend every day together. Do you know what I mean? These are basically, they're not just work colleagues anymore, and they're not just friends. I would say they're basically best of friends. Yes, I understand people saying it could have been done in private. They've got the numbers. They've probably done that as well, but they're not just showing their appreciation to him. They're letting everyone else know, and maybe settling down the situation with Isak to say, look, let's maybe lay off him a little. Yeah, he's an arsehole. I get that. Everyone knows he's an arsehole, but it's still their best friend at the same time. And then see this drama around them on social media. I don't think it was, yes, they read the room. Totally understand that. Totally get that. But at the same time, these guys are, you know what I mean? They're working together. They're basically spending so much time together. The best mates. And one of the point I was going to put across is, again, if it was one of you guys, say, I'm going to say Stato because he's not here, so we'll bring him up. Let's say, obviously, you must talk to each other every single day. I would class yourselves as basically best friends. How you get along? You agree, you disagree. Yeah. But if, for instance, he was a bit of a bell end on the show, blah blah blah, and he decided to part ways, or Billy was a bit of a dick and decided to part ways and wanted to go at it himself, I think you might show that appreciation of how long you've been together, how you're best friends. You would probably come on a show and still say, I wish him the best, where you could have done that in private, you know? So it's reading the room situation, but again, we've got to come to the fact that they are best friends and they've spent the past three years together.
Yeah,
so
it is. I mean, it's all down.
It's a tough one.
It also might indicate that to Liverpool that maybe they wouldn't want to move there at some point in the future.
That was another thing. I think that was more Gordon's intentions. I wouldn't have said Botman as much, but obviously we all know that boyhood club is the boyhood club of Anthony Gordon. I totally get that, but I would have said it would have been him.
You're such a shit for stirring the pot, Billy Tree. You really are, honestly. Crazy. Right, we'll let you get back to your job, matey. Thank you for coming on. It's been a pleasure.
No problem.
All right, good night.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Ta-ra, mate.
And our final two are Paul and James. Good evening.
Hey up, guys. How are we?
Evening,
We're not too bad. Paul, you're not in your disco room tonight. What's going on, like?
Well, yeah, but I got that today for my birthday.
That's fair enough. We'll let you off with that then.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, yeah.
Cheers.
Absolutely. James, good evening to you as well. We'll start with you.
Hello,
how are you feeling after the window closed?
Positive. Really, really positive. I think we've got some really good squad depth.
Yeah.
Variety is probably the word I would use. And I think listening to a lot of people in terms of what tactics we're going to play moving forward, Wolves, I think, is a crucial game for us, not just to get a win on the board, but to really kickstart the season. And you think about Baltimore and Worcester, yes, play them together, but I'm buzzing about Worcester. People say we overpaid, but he is that sniffing goal scorer. If the keeper parries the ball, he's going to be there. He's got pace. He can do it all. You've mentioned his goals minus any penalties. It's huge. So I think it's really, really positive. I think also balancing the books with the Rat leaving, I think, the spend probably isn't huge and gives us a little bit of wiggle room in terms of future windows. And I think, we're kind of almost not trying to emulate that so-called top six in terms of their mass spending. I think we're very much doing it like a Brighton, trying to find the talent and build for the future. So yeah, positive in my eyes, definitely.
Billy, I mean, we have to really forget what we've paid for Visser because we needed the body in, didn't we? It kind of got to the point where, it was always going to be, I think, more than what we thought it would be for Visser, but we just have to get on now. And he's a Newcastle player. Just forget how much he cost, because if he repairs us with a few goals this season, then so be it.
Yeah, we managed to knock 10 million off it, didn't we? They wanted 65, the week before. So
yeah,
it's not as dear as it
I
could
think-
have been.
So I think you make a really good point in terms of the goals.
But 25 million at the start to go up to 55, you can't blame Brentford for it. And we do the same in our position. Well, probably wouldn't actually, but we should be.
Yeah,
we've got to give him credit for that.
Paul, how are you feeling after the window? I know you were worried a few weeks ago about where we were going and what route we were going to take, but it hasn't ended up too badly, has it?
No, I'm happy. I'm happy now. I'll tell you what, if Newcastle do well, I think we can finish. Sorry, but second.
Well, listen, I'm not surprised. I mean, Emma said we could win the championship. I mean, there's so much positivity after the window. I didn't see this coming. I have to say, a few weeks ago, I never thought that we'd be sitting here doing a fan forum, Billy, when the window closed with so many people optimistic about Champions Leagues and finishing top four. It's a whole change around, Bill.
Certainly not 2 weeks ago. Before Nick came in and Visser and we were kind of thinking what we're going to do. We can't just go into the next game with Gordon and Nasula, and now we've got a young world class centre forward or striker, and a Premier League proven goal scorer. So yeah, I think we can be optimistic. We all predicted fifth, didn't we, in our predictions, and I think we can maybe upgrade that a little bit, maybe up to fourth or potentially third.
By the way, I just need to give a big shout out to Spike Milligan, because he got in touch with me after the show on Monday and said that for some reason he wasn't unable to super chat, and he's actually sent a check to me. So, Spike, thank you very much. Obviously, I'll let you know when it gets here. But I just thought I'd need to mention that because a fantastic gesture from Spike. But then again, Spike has provided so much for this channel with giveaway stuff and everything. So an absolute heart of gold does Spike. So thank you, mate. James, again, same question to you. Botman, Gordon, comments on social media towards wishing Isak well, and Gordon saying that, fantastic to link up with you and all of this. I mean, what did you make of it when you read them?
I think, probably like 99% of the Geordie family were probably quite cheesed off. Do it privately. It's quite simple, but also, the bigger picture. Let the rats go on. Let's forget about it. It should hopefully die down if the press leave it alone. And we can just kind of all go on with the rest of our lives and actually care about the players that want to be at the club, e.g. Awissa.
I think
the guy drove through the night,
So I think that's what Eddie was trying to say in his last press conference, wasn't it? That we just need to concentrate on what we've got now and not who we haven't got, because who we haven't got is basically irrelevant. What did you think, Paul, of the comments?
I think they should have done it privately, really.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have not put it onto social media, because you know what the press is like. Yeah.
And we've got Liverpool supporters in the chat saying that he changed his number. How do they know that?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he took the 9. Like,
I think we can win the FA Cup, Paul, this year.
Listen, I think the cup competitions are something we could give a real go at again this year.
Definitely,
But he's building the squad. We've got numbers to rotate now, which I think is a very important factor through all of this. Is the fact that we can rotate. James, where do you think we could finish?
It's a really, really good question. I think, despite kind of league position, I think what does success look like for this season? I think we've got to be realistic that we are going to compete on all fronts. Yes, we'd love another trophy. I think it'll only help attract bigger, better players. We obviously want to get to the knockout phase of the Champions League. Would be huge. But I think fifth is realistic if our key players can stay injury free. I think that's the big thing, really.
Right. Thank you very much for coming on, gents. Been a pleasure.
Thank you. Very much.
Let's see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Good night,
guys.
Bye.
Billy, that's it. Absolutely fantastic fan forum again tonight. I like the format of getting one or two on at a time, and they get the point across very well. But what's come across tonight, Billy, is massive optimism, and that's really great to see, considering the fan forum we did a few weeks ago. It was a counselling session because nobody knew what was going on. Everybody was wanting to know what was going on in the background and all of this and that. And it's turned into a bit of a successful window, despite all the Isak crap. If we look beyond that, we've got some very good players and a very good season to look forward to now.
Well, we've got a better squad than what we started with, and that's what we can ask for, really.
Exactly.
We've improved it no end, despite losing our best player, which he may have been, which he may not have been. But we're better without him, and that's something that we didn't anticipate happening. We've signed the star of Europe as forwards go with Voltemada.
Yeah,
Bayern Munich were dying to get him, and they couldn't.
Yeah,
and we've got him, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him play. I can't wait.
I can't wait. Honestly, it's going to be fantastic. But listen, football is a very strange game, and we will see how it goes. A couple of super chats to round off the show. Frosty Hammers, great numbers from the charity. Bulada boss, whatever. I don't know what that means. Magpie 50. I know we have overpaid for Wissa. He's one player, but just look at how much and how many Newton Heath have overpaid. Exactly. And even Goldbridge admitted that we've had a better window than Man United, despite the fact that they got Sesko and Mbeumo. Just goes to show. And Warren says, if St. James's was the Starship Enterprise, then I think we've just got rid of the charismatic Spock and a few Klingons on our starboard bow. Jesus. Honestly, fantastic. Right, that is it for the show, guys. Thank you to everybody that came on and had you say. Brilliant again. Great discussion tonight. Thank you for your super chats and memberships, mods, and of course, thank you to Billy. And thank you to you guys. It's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see what comes next. But listen, have a great Wednesday evening, and we'll see you again very soon. Good night.
Away the lads and lasses.
Come back and check out Debrief.